Today, Donald Trump returned to the White House for the first time since he slunk away 4 years ago, skipping Joe Biden's inauguration. Biden invited the president-elect to meet in the Oval Office, a tradition meant to symbolize the peaceful transfer of power from one administration to the next. And you can see him there. The two presidents sat side by side in front of a roaring fire and put on a friendly face for the cameras.
Well, Mr. President-elect and former President,
thank you.
Donald, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And looking forward to having like we said, a smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So
Good.
Welcome
Thank you
back.
very much. And thank you very much. And politics is tough. And it's, in many cases, not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. A transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
You're welcome.
Are you still watching? Have you thrown the remote or switched? I don't exactly blame you. I absolutely get why Joe Biden is following the normal rituals here, right? Welcome his successor, shaking his hand. It is to send a signal about the stability of our system. But that doesn't negate the fact that for a lot of folks, that scene is a pretty tough one to watch. And the reason is because 4 years ago, from that very office, Donald Trump tried to overthrow the republic and fomented a violent coup, ending in people dying and cops' heads being bashed in. This time around, he also threatened to do the exact same thing if he lost. In fact, he was basically threatening that up until like 5 p.m. on Election Day, except this time he won. And so, okay, I guess democracy carries on peacefully, as usual, because that's what the Democrats do when they lose. And we're all just going to swallow and live with that asymmetry. It feels weird and also pretty enraging. I mean, are we supposed to take away that our democracy had a narrow escape because Donald Trump won? So instead of deranged and dangerous lies and conspiracy theories and maybe more violence and who the hell knows what else, right? If he came up a few 100,000 votes short in the swing states, instead of that, we get a happy fireside chat. And on the next January 6th, 2025, there will be no gallows erected on the Capitol grounds. And instead, Kamala Harris will preside over the peaceful constitutional certification of the electoral votes, as she should, to be clear, as she should. But Donald Trump's electoral victory does not solve the central problem that he specifically, and a lot of the folks in the movement he commands, remain a dangerous threat to the continuity of our constitutional republic. We're seeing it today. They still don't respect democratic norms or the law or facts. They don't believe the rules apply to them. At the same time, we shouldn't come to the conclusion that because he won, all of that doesn't matter. Yes, the majority of Americans decided that January 6th and all of Donald Trump's other crimes were not enough to sway their vote against him. I don't think that means they don't care about our democracy. And I know that I and a lot of my fellow citizens still care deeply about our Constitution, about our tradition of peaceful transfer of power, about upholding this thing that is at its root self-governance, like not being ruled by some other person, but us ruling ourselves. So I'll be clear, I do not know what the solution is as we're now preparing for another 4 years of Donald Trump in power. And I just refuse to accept that this thing, like January 6th, if Democrats win, fireside chat if Republicans win, is the way things just are going to work now. I don't accept the idea that there's one set of rules for him and another for everyone else. We can't accept a status quo in our elections where if one side wins, they have to scratch and claw to withstand the lies and the legal challenges and the violent mobs. And if the other side is successful, then they're invited to measure the drapes and gather around the fireplace. I mean, yes, the nature of preserving democracy and institutions and norms is that you uphold them even for people like Donald Trump who have tried to tear them down. I get that. But I'm just saying this is not a sustainable equilibrium. One side upholds liberal democratic norms, the other subverts and tries to destroy them. It's going to break one way or the other. I don't know how it ends up or who wins, but that central struggle didn't dissolve because the insurrectionist won more votes this time.